Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Unsolved with Barb. So today we are going to discuss the new case of Cody Bigsby. He is a 4-year-old little boy out of Hampton, Virginia, who has been missing since January 31st of 2022. So let's get started. I wanted to okay, let's start with Twitter, I guess. All right. Share my screen for you guys. Share screen. All right. So, make sure I'm in the right area. Okay. Let me close that out. Everything's popping up on me all of a sudden. I hope everybody can hear me okay. So, this is Cody. He is missing from his home. Sorry, just gotta pull out that. He was last seen at his home, I should say, at Ranelette Drive around 2 a.m. on Monday. Let's see what else they say about him. So Hampton police are looking for 4-year-old Codi Bigsby. Okay. Last seen his son at their home around 2 a.m. on January 31st. His dad said when he woke up around 9 a.m., Cody was gone. All right, so here's a little video. I'm not too sure how long it is.
13 News Now at 11 begins with breaking news in the search for Cody Bigsby. Take a look at your screen. The 4-year-old boy from Hampton hasn't been seen in nearly 24 hours now. Investigators have been outside the family's home on Ranelette Drive since around 9 this morning, searching for any signs of the boy. That is in the Colonial Acres area. And within the last 30 minutes, the search has picked up. Investigators have zeroed in on a dumpster down the road from where Cody was last seen. Crime tape has been put up, and men in suits, you see them right there, have been going through that dumpster piece by piece. Sarah Hammond is there now, and Sarah, bring us up to date. What more are you seeing there?
Yeah, David, for most of the day, we've been just a block down the road at a staging area with Hampton Police, Hampton Fire, the FBI, but just about 20-30 minutes ago, we all moved a block down the road at the entrance to the Buckrow Point apartment complex, where it looks like police have kind of set their sights, like you said, on this dumpster behind us, but it looks like they've started putting everything back inside the dumpster, so it looks like they have not found anything there at this point.
And we do not know at this particular point what may have led them to that dumpster, correct?
Correct. Yes, we don't know. But, back when we're leading into hour 14 of this search at this point. They've had helicopters, planes, drones, dogs, really, and people on foot searching, really every resource they say they could think of, but still no luck at this point finding that 4-year-old.
Okay. And you've been out there all day, Sarah, and you've been a part of this search as they've been trying to find this 4-year-old boy. What's that been like, and what has the search looked like all day?
Yeah, there have been a lot of people out here all day. It's been obviously very, very tense as they search for this missing 4-year-old. Obviously everyone is doing everything they can to find him. Again, they just moved to this dumpster, but that looked like, at this point, we can see a dead end at this point. But, of course, they have all the resources available out here searching for him.
Tell us more about the search, Sarah. You've been watching that all day.
Yes, and still a lot of unanswered questions at this point about exactly what happened. But, like I said, they've had every resource they can think of available and out here and searching. They've had some volunteer crews try to come up here and help as well. They've been scoping a pretty broad area around this neighborhood at this point. But again, no luck at this point.
So sad. Okay. Let's see.
It's been almost 22 hours since Cody Bigsby says he last saw his 4-year-old son, Cody Bigsby. And now it's all hands on deck in Hampton to try and find him.
We've called every resource, and we have every resource out here that we can think of to bring Cody home safely.
The missing boy was last seen in his father's house around 2 o'clock Monday morning. When Cody woke up around 9 a.m., Cody was gone.
He searched his home, and he looked all over. His son was gone. He was nowhere to be found.
That's when he called 911. Police Chief Mark Talbot says his officers also searched the home with no luck. Now, with helicopters, drones, and dogs all searching for the missing boy, the chief says they won't stop until he's found.
We are searching frantically for Cody. We obviously are concerned, given the resources we have out here. We really want to find him.
Talbot says Cody lives with his father, but both parents are answering questions. When asked if there were any signs of foul play, the chief said he did not want to comment. As for Cody, take a look at this photo. The 4-year-old was last seen wearing all black clothing and Spider-Man flip-flops.
We will search until we find him. We will be.
Now, they said that Cody was wearing all black clothing and black Spider-Man flip-flops. Well, if the last time that he seen his son was at 2 a.m., what child do you know sleeps with flip-flops on? I don't know of any. That's just my opinion. So, unless, of course, he was sleeping on the couch or not in his bed, but just a little tidbit, nugget, I guess.
Be here till then.
And Talbot says if you know anything or you live in this area and have a doorbell camera or any surveillance video, they want to see it. And as for the public, they're asking for you to continue to share Cody's photo as the search continues live in Hampton.
All right, so that was that. Let's see what this one is. Okay, so if anybody has any information, they are asked to call Hampton Police at 757-727-6111. That's the video. And this little cute picture of someone, art was by Miracle for Missing. She did a good job, good picture of him. Oh, yes, this is his aunt.
Harm. I don't think he would ever bring any of his children any harm. Not for a second.
And when police say that the story's not adding up and it doesn't support what he's saying,
it's their job to feed the news. That's what they're going to do. Whether it's true or not, they're going to feed the news.
what if it comes out that he did do it?
That's something they're going to have to prove. And I'm going to help my brother fight it until the truth actually comes out. One thing I know is God going to prevail. He does it every time.
What do you want to say about your brother? And is there any way that he may have brought Cody harm?
I don't think he would ever bring any of his children any harm. Not for a second.
And when police say that the story's not adding up and it doesn't support what he's saying,
it's their job to feed the news. That's what they're going to do. Whether it's true or not, they're going to feed the news.
what if it comes out that he did do it?
That's something they're going to have to prove. And I'm going to help my brother fight it until the truth actually comes out. One thing I know is God going to prevail. He does it every time.
Okay.
What do you want to say about your brother? And is there...
Sorry about that. We played it twice. All right. Also wanted to go over... let me just stop my screen for just a second. So he's missing. Now I do know that back in 2018, there was a domestic assault, allegedly, on Cody's mom by Cody's dad named Corey. I guess the charges were dropped because mom never followed through with any of the court. But that is the only thing that I could really find on any domestic. Allegedly, he had choked her and had bitten her and choked her. So there is that. Also, where's my... His mom, we don't know, I cannot find, as of yet, Cody's mom's name. But I do know that they said that she lives in Washington, D.C. And I also found out that there are 3 other siblings. So there was 4 in total, including Cody, that were living with their dad, Corey. So Corey has, I think, 8 children in all, and 4 of those children live with him, and Cody being one of them. So I do not know the ages of the other 3 children that live in the home, but I'm sure they have been and are being questioned by police. Okay, so let me go back here. Also, Facebook, where's my Facebook? There's my Facebook. He is, they have him under Corey Black. Why Corey Black and not Cody Bigsby? But this is Corey Black's Facebook. Let me share my screen again. All right. All right. There he is. Oh, my knee. Shit. Oh, sorry. Oh, getting old sucks. All the aches and pains. All right. So in his Facebook, it says his name is Corey Black. I do not know why he goes by that, but this is Cody's dad. He was a former Rural Center Associate RCA at the U.S. Postal Service. He is also a retired Army SFC. And the reason I know this is Cody's dad is one of the photos that he has that we're just going to flash through them. So he doesn't look like he likes Dallas Cowboys, that's for sure. Football. We're just flicking through his pictures here. Sorry, guys. I am looking. Oh, there we go. Right here. So this is his dad. And if you look at his Army uniform, it does say Bixby on it. So I just thought I'd throw that in there. I don't see any pictures of kids. There he is again with his Army attire. Now he may have several other ones, Facebook profiles. But this is the one I found. And he does, let me just go through the rest of these pictures. I don't know what the house is of. Now, these pictures, mind you, are older, 2014. Okay, and so forth. Let me close this out. There we go. All right. Now, if you go look at his friends list, I'm going to type in his last name, Bixby. Oops, spell it right would be nice. B. And he has this one here. Now, this looks like a child, so, oh, maybe not, because it says worked at the U.S. Navy. I think I don't want to show too much of this because it is his child. Okay, so he must have a son named after him. All right, so that is his Facebook. So he was in the Army. He is now retired from the Army by the looks of it. Okay, we're going to go into some more videos here. Just give me a minute. Trying to find the most relevant one. Well, let's go back to 2 days ago when he went missing, maybe. Sorry, guys, for the cough. I just... things are loading slow. All right. I hope this will load. Oh, look at this. All right, so this is the press conference.
In particular, are interested in even more help from the public than we've already received. We would like anyone in this area or who has been close to this area recently to look at any surveillance video that they may have, look and see if there are any photos that they may have captured in this area that may have something that we would be interested in. If there is anybody who has any knowledge of the last time Cody was out and about in the city of Hampton or elsewhere, we want to know. That is at any point in time. If anyone has seen the child, that you've seen his photo, hopefully we've all shared his photo. We are interested in speaking to anyone who has ever seen him. That information is going to be very important to us. In particular, if we could focus our attention on the time that extends from around noon this past Sunday up until yesterday morning at 9 o'clock. We are really interested in speaking to people who may have been in this area around those times. That would be very helpful to us. Sergeant Williams will talk more about how to get that information to us. And again, that's what we're going to be focusing our attention on. I will say we continue to speak to the people responsible for Cody's safety. They are still talking to us. They are still answering our questions. We still believe that they are the key to us finding out where he might be and what may have happened to him.
Is that why there's no Amber Alert?
Oh, shit. Sorry, guys.
There's no Amber Alert because we've worked with Virginia State Police to discuss the criteria, which we are deeply familiar with. This case is not an Amber Alert case. Sergeant Williams will talk more about that as well.
And again, you have more people helping you in the search today, more agencies. Could you just speak to who's helping along with FBI?
So Sergeant Williams will be able to talk about that as well. All right, I'm going to let him speak, and then we can hit questions.
Morning, thank you all. So some additional points that we want to cover this morning is we're establishing a role for the general public to help us assist in this search. So at the conclusion of this press conference, we're going to have a link available on our social media sites that enables the public to sign up to assist us. At this time, we're only seeking the first 50 volunteers. We need to be able to coordinate the volunteers and be able to determine where they're searching and have an accurate way to track where those volunteers are going to be working with our staff. Some important things to know about that is the volunteers need to be capable of walking long distances outside in the cold weather, and we're asking them to have a valid photo ID available. As I said, the first 50 are only going to be used, and after you sign up, please wait to be contacted. We'll contact you if we need you. Additionally, I want to reiterate the point that Chief Talbot said about we're seeking information on when the public saw Cody last, when that was, where he was, who he was with, and what they were doing. That information is extremely important.
If they're asking when the public has last seen Cody, my first place would be in that complex, since he lives there, right? So I'd be going to neighbors and any friends of his, because I'm sure he has friends, or his siblings have friends that may have seen him. So just a little thought.
Important to us, and it's extremely important to the investigation. You can get that information to us by visiting p3tips.com. You can follow the prompts on there to submit a tip to Hampton Police, and we'll be able to receive and review those tips. We might not be able to respond to every tip that we receive, but it's important to know that we have received it and we're going to pass it on to the appropriate personnel. You can also contact us at the crime line at 1-888-LOCK-YOU-UP. With regard to the Amber Alert, we've received numerous questions in terms of why an Amber Alert has not been issued. We have basically determined that the criteria for the Amber Alert has not been met. We have conferred with state police on numerous occasions to confirm that that criteria is not met. And the specific elements of the criteria that has not been met refers to, at this point, we don't believe that an abduction has taken place. There's no information to lead investigators to believe that Cody has been abducted, and we don't have information to pass on or to fit the criteria with regard to that element. Another element would be who the abductor would be, where that abductor is traveling, what they're wearing, what vehicle they're in. That element of the criteria simply does not exist. So aside from that, we're using all of our available resources to put this information and get it out to the public. Of course, with the media's assistance, all of our social media, this story has been shared hundreds of thousands of times, and we ask you to continue to share that to get this information out. That's all I have for you this morning, and we'll take questions as we can answer them to the best of our ability.
Is Cody's mom around? Is she here in town?
Cody's mom is in town, and we are speaking to her.
And I noticed you used the language to be responsible for his safety. Was that switched from parents? Is that a different home?
There are a number of people beyond his parents that we are speaking to.
Why don't you believe he was abducted? Signs point to that.
The investigation does not indicate that he was abducted. There's just no reason to believe it. We certainly are open to that as a possibility. It is not likely.
The circumstances surrounding when he was last seen, is that reliable information from that, or?
No, it is not reliable.
Is there history of neglect with family?
I do not want to comment on that.
Ooh.
Is that the reason for the new timeline with the not reliable information from family?
It's kind of hard to hear the questions.
The evidence that we have does not completely match the stories that we have received at this point. So we are opening up our focus in terms of the time that we are interested in. We will work as if he's out there waiting for us to find him.
Should we read into any similarities here with the Noah Tomlin case, or
I don't have a comment.
what agencies are involved in the search at this point?
Sergeant Williams.
So the biggest agency that has joined the search this morning is the Virginia Department of Emergency Management. They will be bringing in additional resources and personnel to assist in the search. Staff, equipment, mainly staff and equipment at this point. Personnel, expertise, things of that nature.
Can we talk a little bit about the decision to let the community help with the search and sort of why that was?
Sure. We have a role to play for our residents. Not only will the residents be instrumental in getting us the information that we need to figure out what happened, and make no mistake about it, the information is here. We believe the information is here. We want to bring the residents into this in a way that makes sense given our resources and given what we know. And what we learned throughout the investigative process has led us to want to bring the public in to expand the possibility of searching not only what we've already done, we're going to have them go back and look again to make sure sometime in the middle of the night we didn't miss a small detail that might be instrumental. But as I said, there's a role to play here.
What is Heather's mom's name?
I do not have her name.
Kind of narrow in on where this information is. Are we talking about, you know, he could be here in this neighborhood in Hampton on the peninsula? Like, what's the circumference of this search zone?
It is likely that he is here in the city of Hampton. It is more likely that he is here close to his home, which is adjacent to me here to my left and to your right. So the further that we get away from his home, the less likely it is that he's going to be found, and the less likely that we're going to find information. We haven't ruled anything out. We are searching the hardest in the areas where he is most likely to be found, obviously, but also further out.
That was the situation. It was him and his dad in the house.
Correct.
Chief, can you expand a little bit on, you just said that the evidence does not match the stories we have heard. Can you expand on that? What do you mean by that?
I think that's self-explanatory. The evidence doesn't match what we've been told, so we need to investigate further, and we need the help of the public so that we can find anybody who may have seen this child or even anything that might be related to this investigation. We feel strongly that somebody listening can be helpful. We feel very strongly about that.
Have the parents not told you enough to connect the dots on the stories that are not adding up with the evidence that there is?
We probably won't know for certain how much is being left out until we find this child.
But isn't that really the concerning thing, that the parents, the people that were responsible for his safety, are telling you stories that are not adding up to the evidence that you have?
So for those who are just coming in, this is the first press conference
the crux of the investigation.
on the missing Codi Bigsby,
Last night we had stalkers.
4-year-old from Hampton, Virginia.
Right. We will search
Correct.
every place he could possibly be. Every place he could possibly be, we will look. We're not searching dumpsters because we believe he's there. We are searching dumpsters because he could be there.
There was a dumpster searched last night. Nothing came with that. Unless something come from that.
I can answer that, Chief. So, as with any investigation, with regard to specific evidence that we find or did not find, we're unable to go into that at this time. So, any questions that regard evidence that we're locating or have located, we're not able to expand on that at this time.
Someone who knows, possibly, he's still alive.
That is a possibility.
And Chief, is there a
there is a person of interest. We are most interested in Cody's parents.
Wow.
Are there any water
Right off the bat.
Yes.
And are you doing a door-to-door search around here as well, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Are you all working with the search parties that aren't related? I know there's some neighbors that are banding together.
Yes.
What was the situation with Cody's parents? They were separated or not together?
Cody's parents do not live together. Thank you.
All right. So that was the first press conference that they had for Cody. So they are naming the parents suspects, or not suspects, persons of interest. They're saying that the story doesn't match up with the timeline and evidence that they were told. So let's go see what else we can find. Okay, let's do this one here.
There is a person of interest.
Is this the
We
same
are
one?
most interested in Cody's parents.
Breaking news in the search for 4-year-old Cody Bigsby, and it's big news, as Hampton Police Chief Mark Talbot said they are closely looking at the young boy's parents in connection with his disappearance. Chief Mark Talbot just updating us on new developments in this case. And 13 News Now has team coverage here at noon as police are asking now for volunteers to help search for the child. We start with Allison Basil. Allison, a lot of brand new information, so what all did the chief have to say?
Yes, a lot, Dan. And I thought the person of interest comment was definitely key. But I want to show you, we are more than 24 hours into this search. You can see lots of different crews behind me. I know we have the Virginia Department of Emergency Management here today. They just put up another tent for people searching, but still we have not found Cody Bigsby. Chief Mark Talbot says they don't believe Cody wandered off on his own, and they have no evidence that points to an abduction. Police have said Cody's father, Cody Bigsby, told them he last saw his son around 2 a.m. on Monday, but Chief Talbot just told us they don't believe the father's timeline is reliable. He says when it comes to a person of interest, like you said, police are interested in Cody's parents. Now they want to hear from anyone in the community in Hampton and even farther if they have seen Cody. They are particularly focused on information and sightings between the hours of noon on Sunday, January 30th, and Monday at 9 a.m. when their search began. They want pictures, videos, security footage, anything someone in the community might have.
The evidence doesn't match what we've been told, so we need to investigate further, and we need the help of the public so that we can find anybody who may have seen this child or even anything that might be related to this investigation.
And police said they brought the Virginia Department of Emergency Management in to have more hands in the search, and they are also bringing more equipment with them. Police also tell us they are conducting water searches. For now, live in Hampton, Allison Basil, 13 News Now.
Allison, thanks. You know, a lot of you are asking, why haven't we gotten an Amber Alert yet in Cody's disappearance? It's a good question.
Doesn't
But
fit the
in order for
criteria.
alerts to get sent out, the Virginia State Police say each case must meet certain criteria. Let's go through it. The child must be 17 or under or enrolled in a secondary school. Law enforcement believes a missing child is in imminent danger. An investigation verified an abduction took place, and there's enough useful information to get out to the public. Well, 3 out of 4 of those things, we check the box there in this case. Except Hampton Police say there's no indication that Cody was abducted, hence why you haven't received an Amber Alert. Several agencies are helping out the Hampton Police Department as they are reaching out to neighbors now for help. Our team coverage continues with Casey Baylor. And Casey, I know you met up with one neighbor very interested in helping out.
Yeah, Dan, right after Tisha Hunt dropped her daughter off at school, she gathered a few parents to start the search for Codi Bigsby, and she says she's not stopping until they find them.
It's heartbreaking to see when, police knock on your door and then they show you a picture of one of the kids that play with your children.
Tisha Hunt lives in Buckrow Point apartment townhomes and is a neighbor of Codi Bigsby and his family. In fact, she says her daughter Dream is a friend of Cody's and they play together often.
All the kids in the neighborhood plays together. They play outside in the yard, games.
And sharing the news of Cody's disappearance with her daughter broke her heart.
And she started crying. So no kids wanted to come outside yesterday.
So she's taking matters into her own hands. Hunt is gathering parents from the neighborhood to search for Cody.
The area around, we're going to go down to Buckrow Beach. We're going to go all the way down to, if I have to, I'm going to go all the way down to the other end of Mallory. I'm just going to go around.
She says the goal is to inform those who don't know about the situation and get answers on where some last saw Cody.
We don't have this type of stuff in our community. And as a concerned parent, we just out here trying to help.
Hunt says whatever she finds, she'll share that information with police.
If this was my 5-year-old, I would want somebody to do this for my 5-year-old as well.
And Hampton police also asked for volunteers to help with the search efforts for Codi Bigsby. Now, in just 15 minutes of posting that sign-up form on social media, they already received 50 volunteers, so they just recently closed it. But they said they will reopen that sign-up if they need additional volunteers for the search. We're live in Hampton. I'm Casey Bale.
Yeah, Casey, so many people interested in helping out and bringing this to hopefully a happy resolution. Thank you for that update.
All right. So persons of interest are the parents. Now, Mom doesn't live in Hampton. From what I gathered, Mom lives in Washington, D.C. However, Chief Talbot said that Mom is in town and has been questioned. So that's good. Now, there was a new press release. I'm just going to try to see if I can find it. Let me look. Press. Just give me a minute, guys. Sorry. Snowing here. I'm supposed to get up to 25 centimeters. Yeah. It's a good day to stay inside. 5 hours ago. So this is 5 hours ago then. To me, this would be the most relevant one. Oh, excuse me. I got a bit of a cold and I don't mean to cough. All right. Let's see what this one. This is 50 volunteers are ready to search for Cody. Jump on there. Why is this showing me live? All right. Well, let's see if that. Close that. So we'll just read this. The parents of missing Hampton 4-year-old Codi Bigsby are considered persons of interest after the child was reported missing Monday morning from an apartment complex in the Buckrow area of the city, triggering a major law enforcement search that now includes the public's help. The search stretched into a second frigid and cold night in Hampton on Tuesday. Police Chief Mark Talbot says the evidence hasn't matched the stories they received from Cody's father about when Cody was last seen. Talbot and police spokesperson Sergeant Reggie Williams could not share what the specific evidence was in the press conference Tuesday morning. goes, Hampton police confirms they were searching the Hampton NASA steam plant as an element of comprehensive search on Tuesday afternoon and evening. The steam plant is the same location where 2-year-old Noah Tomlin was found deceased in July of 2019 in an unrelated case. He also was first reported missing in the Buckrow Beach area of the city. Okay. Codi Bigsby said he had last seen his son 2 a.m. Monday and reported the child missing after 9 a.m. Cody lived with his father at Buckrow Point Apartments in the 100 block of Ranelagh Drive, and he was there full time. We're still learning to learn more about the child's mother, who police say is from Washington, D.C., including when was the last time she saw her son. Talbot did not have those details when asked, and police have not publicly shared her name. Although Bixby's father and mother are both considered persons of interest, Talbot said there is still no information that makes police believe Cody was abducted at this time. And then if there was, Talbot said would trigger an Amber Alert. So there was no Amber Alert issued because the police do not believe that Cody was abducted. Talbot added during the briefing that he did not want to comment on whether there was a history of neglect, and there was not. People have looked into it, and it has come back that there has been no history of neglect. When asked if he believes Cody is still alive, Talbot replied, "We will work as if he's out there waiting for us to find him." Police are looking for any information such as surveillance video from the public surrounding the case from noon on Sunday to 9 a.m. on Monday. 50 volunteers were initially requested and have been selected to help search for Cody, and all spots were quickly taken. Talbot said Cody is likely still near the area of Buckrow Point townhomes where he was reported missing. A woman who volunteered to help with the search all day said when she heard about the news about Cody, it reminded her of Noah Tomlin, and she knew she wanted to help. She said, the person says, "I have a 4-year-old granddaughter, and I couldn't imagine not being able to find my baby. I could not imagine. Any help would be appreciated in pertaining to it being a baby. You know, anybody with a heart would want to come out and help." Authorities, including the FBI, haven't stopped their search since the child was reported missing. He is 3 feet tall and was last seen in all black clothing and Spider-Man flip-flops. Like I said prior to this, I did say if a child was in bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and tucked under his covers, how do you know he is wearing Spider-Man flip-flops? I just thought that was a bit of a red flag. On Tuesday, police remained stationed outside the apartment where Cody lives with his father and, according to family members, 3 other children. The police confirmed Bixby is still talking to investigators. Family members said that he showed up at the police station but were not allowed to see him. Okay, let's see what else we can. No, earthquake. Well, we don't want to. So these pictures here. let me. No. Not exact. I guess that's an area where they're searching. Back. Okay. Let's listen to this one. It's just a little clip.
As the search stretches into the cold, dark night, we're learning more about Cody Bigsby. Sweet and curious are the words some use to describe him. Angela Vargas is in Hampton tonight with a look at how the community is reacting to Cody's disappearance.
Neighbors and police are searching, and a family member is hoping to find 4-year-old Cody Bigsby. As the search for the young boy carries on into the night, we're getting a better picture of Cody's personality. A person who identified herself to us as Cody's sister said the little boy is extremely intelligent, sweet, and a curious 4-year-old.
I can't imagine this amount of time going by as a parent and not knowing where my child is.
Tamza Hester lives in the neighborhood across from where officers say Cody was last seen. Hester says police searched around her home looking for him.
And then they actually asked if they could go into our yard to kind of take a look around in the back. We do have a shed back there that was open, and kind of look around the property, I guess, any areas where he could be hiding or anything of that nature.
Cody's search expands nationwide. A group of women created a Facebook page to help in the recovery effort and to get information out. Karina Thomas created the group, and she's from Florida.
We will continue to keep sharing his picture and his story in the group until he is found.
Hester says Cody's search has impacted everyone in so many ways.
And if you're not a parent, it's the same thing. It just pulls on your heartstrings to think that this child could be out there somewhere alone now that, especially as darkness has fallen.
Hester hopes Cody is found and he is safe. In Hampton, Angelo Vargas, 13 News Now.
Wow. Well, I hope he's found safe too. I hate to see another parent, I don't know, I just don't get it. Why, parents think that they need to harm their children. Okay, now I'm just looking, sorry. This was 3 hours ago. Let me see. Okay, so we're going to listen to this article.
Cops say they don't buy dad's story about missing 4-year-old. By Allison Quinn. Waiting for U.S. to find him. Cody Bigsby was reported missing in Hampton, Virginia, on Monday morning. By Tuesday, FBI teams had joined the search as it shifted to a nearby steam plant. Frantic search efforts for a missing 4-year-old Virginia boy shifted to a local steam plant late Tuesday, as police publicly cast doubt on the father's claim that the child had simply vanished. We don't believe that 4-year-old Cody wandered off, and we don't believe that he was abducted, Hampton Police Chief Mark Talbot said of Cody Bigsby at a press conference Tuesday. Bigsby was reported missing Monday morning, with his father, Corey Bigsby, telling investigators he'd seen the boy soundly sleeping at 2 a.m., but then woke up to find him gone that.
Okay, so the father said he seen him sleeping soundly at 2 a.m. Tell me this, if the boy was in his bed, in his covers, how would the father know that he was wearing Spider-Man flip-flops if he is in bed? I know I keep going back to that, I'm sorry, but it's very much a big red flag for me.
That morning. Talbot said investigators did not trust the father's version of events. There is a person of interest. We are most interested in Cody's parents, he said. He went on to note that Cody's mother did not live in the home with him, but that investigators had spoken to her. Local news station 10 on Your Side reported that Cody's father was accused of assaulting his mother in 2018, though the matter had reportedly stalled in court because she did not appear for court hearings. Cody Bigsby's sister defended her brother in comments to 10 on Your Side. Asked if she thought her brother could have harmed the 4-year-old, Tandalia Butler was quoted saying, "I don't believe it for a second. They are going to have to prove it, because I know my brother. I know my brother and I know it's not true." It was not immediately clear whether there were other caregivers living in the home with the toddler. Talbot told reporters police were still in the middle of speaking to the people responsible for Cody's safety. "The evidence that we have does not completely match the stories that we have received at this point," Talbot told reporters, without elaborating on what specific evidence police have. Asked whether he believed the boy was still alive, he said, "We will work as if he's out there waiting for us to find him." The police department enlisted the help of 50 volunteers to aid in search efforts Tuesday, though no further updates had been reported as of Wednesday morning. Hampton Police Sergeant Reggie Williams was quoted by the Daily Press saying the search had shifted to a nearby steam plant as an element of the comprehensive search. The plant, located near the NASA Langley Research Center, is the same spot where the body of 2-year-old Noah Tomlin was found in 2019.
All right, so we already kind of went through that. All right, let me just stop my screen. You guys have any questions? Oh, even... All right, so let me see what else we got here. So we went through his Facebook, Dad's Facebook. We don't know Mom's name. We know that Cody has been missing since Monday the 31st. However, they're asking anybody that has seen Cody prior to Monday, since it's missing, to come forward. What else do we got? Let me just check on the Facebook thing again. Oops, crap. All right, so that was 15 minutes ago. Did we see this?
Provide you an update on the status of the Codi Bigsby investigation.
Oh.
I'm going to start off today.
Hang on, guys. Sorry.
By discussing our current and on.
Let me. I think this is new. Let me just share my screen with you.
Ongoing search efforts.
No, stop.
Our search is expanding. We're going to be checking new areas of the grid.
Sorry, I'm going to start this from the beginning. Sorry, guys.
Police Division's Public Information Office. I'm here to provide you an update on the status of the Codi Bigsby investigation. I'm going to start off today by discussing our current and ongoing search efforts. Today, our search is expanding. We're going to be checking new areas of the grid that have not yet previously been searched. We're going to continue today using volunteers. We're going to be working with our partners at the Virginia Department of Emergency Management. And you're going to continue to see a wide variety of resources being used out here, to include canines and UAVs. Last night, we did have a team at the Hampton NASA steam plant. Today, we are no longer there. Our mission there is complete, and our efforts have concluded at that location. Moving on to the status of the investigation, I'm going to provide some clarification on the person of interest in this case. The person of interest in this case is Cody's father. His name is Codi Bigsby. He is a 43-year-old Hampton man. At the conclusion of this press conference, his photo is going to be available for you on our Twitter platform for your reference. Corey is still with us at police headquarters. He is there voluntarily, and he is choosing to answer our questions. Here's what we need from the public. We're still seeking information on Cody's last known whereabouts. We're also seeking information on his father's whereabouts. Any information that you have could potentially be of value. We're seeking information specifically regarding where he goes, where he shops, who he's with, and what he does. We're also asking for residents of the Old Buckrow neighborhood and surrounding areas to check their own property. Residents are much more familiar with their own property. They would be more likely to spot something that's out of place or suspicious. And in that case, if you find something that you believe to be suspicious, contact police and we'll send someone out to you. That's all the information and updates I have for you this morning. I have time for just a few questions.
Sergeant, are you ruling out the child's mother as opposed to the
We're not ruling anything out specifically at this time. Our focus is going to be directed towards the father for the current investigation.
Are you guys going to be looking at the going
I don't anticipate that, but if that changes, I will certainly update you.
Has the father or the mother anyone been charged with anything at this time?
No formal charges have been issued at the current time.
How long has he been at police headquarters?
He has been at police headquarters since the day he reported Cody missing.
Wow, 3 days he's been there.
There's been no shift in the title of the investigation.
Does Hampton Police Sergeant have any record of domestic calls about drugs?
I don't have that information with me right now. I can tell you that the children are safe. I'm not able to discuss the specifics of that element of the investigation. I wouldn't be able to discuss that either.
The dogs are using, are they rescue dogs, scatter dogs?
A combination of both. Any waterways that fall within the grid are certainly being considered in the search.
Sergeant, can you talk again about the amount of cooperation you're getting before Bixby and the types of questions you're asking?
I would not be able to go into that element.
How about his level of cooperation?
He is choosing to be there voluntarily and is answering the questions that we're asking. Peter?
How wide is the grid expanded to?
It's about a mile radius at the current time.
A mile radius from the house?
From the apartment complex.
Okay. Right. Like a circular mile out?
It's approximately a mile radius.
And how is that different from what it was like yesterday?
The grid itself hasn't changed. We're just expanding the areas within the grid that we're searching. We're searching new elements that we were not previously searching before.
Have you received any leads in the last 24 hours that you consider promising?
That's not something I would be able to discuss. Folks, that's all the questions that I have time for today. I appreciate you coming out.
All right. So, Cody's dad is down at the Hamptons police station answering questions. They are focusing on his dad as the person of interest. The other 3 siblings that lived in the house are safe, but it's not known where they are, which is, none of our business at this time, I believe. Okay, what else can we find? Oh, look at him. He's so freaking cute. Look how cute he is. Oh, he's adorable. I'm hoping that they find this little guy safe. Let's see what else we can. Oh, I wanted to look up that. Let me look. Let me just stop my screen for a quick second. Do you guys have any ideas of what may have happened to Cody? Any please let me know in chat. And if you're watching this in replay, leave a comment for me if you like. What was I doing? Twitter. See, I got off track. Oh, it's snowing really bad out. Oh, glad I'm inside today. So I wanted to search, what was it? Hampton Police. Hampton VABOLI Police. Let's see if we can find anything. Update. Okay, I'm gonna go follow these guys. Alerts are on. Notify. Okay. All right. So they've named Codi Bigsby as a person of interest. I'll retweet that while I'm here. Volunteer search update. We are searching out this morning to individuals that signed up on our volunteer list. Stand by the telephone if you have signed up. Okay. Update on Cody. Today at 12 p.m. Command post in Old Book Road. Okay, so that was 2 hours ago. Did I miss that? Or that was what the update was, what I just showed you, I think it was, because it was 20 minutes ago. All right. Well, let's see what else we can find for this little gaffer. Staging area on the Buckle Road. That was February 1st. All right, guys. Well, that's all I have for right now, unless somebody has more information. What's that? Oh, it's January 29th. Okay, that's nothing to do with. Okay, so I guess I'll end it here. Let's pray that this little gaffer, Cody, is found safe and sound. And I pray that his father wasn't involved. He doesn't have a criminal record. He was part of the Army, in the Army. He worked for the U.S. Postal Service, from what I can tell from his Facebook. So, oh my God, did I not share it? Did you guys not? Crap. Oh, crap. I don't know if you guys seen that last one or not. I don't know. All right. Well, that's all I have for right now. If something comes to light, of course, I will let you guys know as soon as it happens, or as soon as that I know, because I will not be the first person to know about it, obviously. But if you have any suggestions or any information regarding Cody's dad, Corey, or Cody's mom, I don't have a name on her, but right now they are just mentioning that dad is a person of interest in the disappearance of his son, Cody. All right, guys, let's pray this guy is found safe and sound, and I will catch you on my next live. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. It's free, and it helps get my videos out to more people, which I need to grow my platform. So if you could do that for me, that would be greatly appreciated. And I hope to see you guys all soon. Take care, stay safe,